to start in roughly 50 seconds. So sit tight and we will be going very, very shortly. And here we go with the flight path taking us over Los Leones, Picado, San Martin, Hacienda del Patron, Water Treatment and La Cabrera. And now we see Team 12, Team 3, Team 23, Team 17 and 16 all dropping early, with Team 3 and 17 going towards Los Leones, with Team 12 heading towards Los Higos, with 15 following just behind. So for now we will stick with Team 3 SFS Shadow and Team as we watch them land, now going towards Impala. And we now see them land with Team 3 going into the compound there. And we are already seeing knocks with G3 getting some knocks there. Let's see if we can jump over now and have a quick look with Team 18 going up against what appears to be Team number 9. And we are looking at GC with DHST getting a knock on the left hand side there, with LDI Elton going down, with Chili Oil getting Riffy, and Riffy being taken out there. And we now see IC taking down the NS clan, with more knocks coming through, with Not Nan getting a knock there, with 2 members of Team 9 still standing, with something knocking Not CQ. And that is the end for Team number 9, with 18 getting 4 kills. And now as they continue looting, let's have a look at the map as we jump over to Team number 7 now, who are up at La Cabrera with Team 4. And Team 4 are not yet firing towards Team 7. It may well be that they don't know they're there, or they may have another idea in terms of strategy. and we haven't yet seen a lot of action from the Hazard team, who may be trying to stay quiet to get further up the placement table, aiming for another first place finish. And now shots are being fired towards team number 7. And let's take it to a bird's eye view as we get a better look at the positions of team 7 and team 4, with Donghua there, Coldness there, Qingyan on the roof, and YZZ just rotating around, with Hua just in the building there, with Goofy just across the road, and Tokyo just coming behind. And team 4 now appear to be moving in, taking over the building next to Hua's location. With Hua just taking cover to the side of the stairwell there. And here comes Donghua, who's just moved downstairs, closing the front door, and being shot at by Hua's teammates from across the road, with a grenade being prepared and shots being fired from the outside in. And Hua gets knocked by a grenade thrown from YZZ, and there we have a kill, with 2 members of Team 7 remaining and 1 kill for Team 4. And we now see Tokyo in this building at 185, with Goofy just behind at 215, with grenades being thrown towards Team 4, but just being off slightly. And we now rotate round to see 3 members of Team 4 grouping together, with Qingyan still on the roof, and Coldness just on this building roof here. And Goofy and Tokyo are yet to take shots, but as we leave them considering their options, let's have a look now at team number 5, PDX, who are just coming into contact with team 22 at Mikado in the middle of a red zone. And now we see GC getting a knock there back at our last location. If we have a quick look, with 1 member of Team 7 remaining, with 2 kills for Team 4. And it is Tokyo who is still firmly placed inside the building there. And now moving to the right slightly, as Donghua now moves in, with Tokyo just crossing the road and looking to try and rotate right, with Tokyo finding a vehicle and possibly trying to make a quick exit, with Donghua shooting, taking half the health of Tokyo, but it looks as though Tokyo will now make the escape. So let's leave Team 4 now and move over to Team 5 PDX, with 1 member knocked going up against Team 16 CM. And Pratik manages to get a grenade knock on CM1 behind the tree there, with Ange coming in from the right side. And that is 1 kill for PDX Pratik, with smokes being thrown just a little bit too late. Hey Hazard Gaming, I'm really well, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Hazard did really well in game 1. Hopefully they will maintain their winning streak for game 2. And there we see PDX Pratik being knocked by CM1 Pretty Boy, who has made a very good rotation to sneak up behind them. And that is the end for Pratik being killed by CM1 Pretty Boy. And now Team 5 are making a fast exit in vehicles away from Team 16, losing 1 team member in the process but preserving 3 others. So now let's have a quick look at the map as we now see the zone getting smaller, with Team 4 very much in the blue zone, not seeming to be making much movement, with most other teams inside the zone, with Teams 17, 12 and 15 having some way to go. So let's have a quick look at Team 4, as they appear to be trying to find a vehicle to make their way into zone. So let's let them make their way in and move over towards Team 15, and if we look just at the bottom of the map, they seem to be very close to Team 12, so it may be a battle to zone for them. And that is the NS team with Nabita on motorbike. And CN1 is getting a knock on 9. And that is Team 12 being shot at by Team 15, with Nabita being knocked. And Spartan coming down on the bike, just falling off at the bottom there, with more shots being fired. With Team 15 split across both sides of the road, and Spartan being knocked, leaving Punisher, the last standing member of Team 12. And that is the end for Nabita, being taken down by Team 15, with Lessie getting a knock there. PDX taking down Pretty Boy, and Spartan losing the battle, with Punisher also being knocked by IC. So for that battle, it appears as though Team 15 won out in the end, and they will now want to make their way into more centre zone before the next zone change in roughly 10 seconds time. We are 12 minutes in, almost halfway through match 2. And we now see PDX get a knock on CN1. And Pretty Boy goes down as well. And that is Ange being knocked by a Car 98 from PDX. And 9 Aria knocking Real Langs. So as Team 15 now make their way through blue to get to the zone, let's jump over to the rear team, with Team 8 stuck in the red zone with 23 for company. The 9 team, they are 1 team member down, with Langs being taken out by 9. And we see TZ armed with a VSS. And we then see Donghua taking out Tokyo. And we now see Team 8 still going up against Team 23. The zone has not yet changed for them, so they do have some time to work out the best route to get out of this situation. And Team 23 are now pushing in from northeast with Teddy on the right at south. And a grenade was just thrown in and doing a little damage to rear TZ. With TZ preparing a grenade to be thrown in return. But unfortunately not doing enough damage of being too far away from Team 23. More grenades being prepared but not doing enough damage, and now we see Danny rotating around to the left in a vehicle. With rear TZ sensing that somebody's there. As Team 23 start pushing in, with Wild Alone and Aria rotating towards the left side now, with TZ and MZ on the inside. And another grenade is thrown in, with a smoke being thrown also. And we see Wild Alone with 50% health, with Danny on the left hand side there, and Aria at 30. And there we see Danny get the knock on TZ, with CM1 Monkey and knocking Wild Alone, and Aria getting MZ, with Danny knocking TZ and Aria getting the kill on MZ there, with Aria finishing off Monkey. So it is Team 23 that make it out of this battle. And unfortunately for them, they now find themselves split in a red zone and a blue zone. But with the vehicle on hand, they will surely make it to the next zone and continue fighting for the first place finish. And as we now look at the zones, with a large collection of colours all across the next zone, we have Team 23, 22 and 5 in red. We have 16 just in the blue. We have 18 in the blue. We have 3, 17 and 10 inside the next zone. So all they have to do now is find a compound and hold it. And there we see BKK getting some knocks and kills. So let's jump over to them and have a quick look. And it is DHST with 2 kills now for the BKK team. They are going up against Team 20 with Rayleigh and Zorro still standing. With Parabola now rotating left and being knocked by Zorro as they were trying to get the kill on Rayleigh. with Assassin running in to get the revive and throwing smoke, with Assassin going prone. And now Rebellion is being revived by Assassin, but due to being in the blue zone, he will need to be fast to recover some health before the blue zone does the damage. And there we see GC Chiliol getting some knocks on the IC team, with NS Shark getting a kill also. And we still have 2 members of Team 20 going up against 4 members of Team 14. And the blue zone holding them both back, with 9 Teddy getting a knock. And the play zone knocking Assassin. And unfortunately the play zone finishes off both the BKK team and the DHS team. And we now get moved over to SFS Shadow, back with team number 3 going up against team 21, with team 4 of course also in Northwest, with Hazard now making their return to match 2, getting a knock there. With Poach knocking 9 Teddy, and 420 getting Wild Alone. And Skiller getting the kill on Danny, 420 Wild Alone, Poach Teddy, and 420 getting Aria, with CM1 now getting PDX, DYK now making an appearance going up against GC and getting a squad wipe there, leaving Team 21 to come across towards Team 3, with Team 22 just behind. Shadow firing, and Team 21 now get out of their vehicle as Shadow jumps into their own, with GK going up against GC and M5 going up against DYK. And the play zone knocks a member of PDX, with Team 3 getting shot from behind, and Shadow is down, with PDX losing out to the zone, with DYK following. And we then see DYK Supreme getting Shadow, and that is the end for both Supreme and Shadow being finished off by GK Lessie. And we are now 23 minutes into game 2. We are nearing the end, with 14 players still remaining. The play zone doing some damage. And if we have a quick look at the map, we have Team 21, Team 17, 11, 10 and 5 still in play, with Team 69 going up against DYK, and the play zone continuing to kill. And we are now looking at Hazard 420, who is outside of the zone at the moment, by Team 17. And with the zone coming in now, they will need to make a move to still be in with a chance of maintaining their winning streak from game 1. And we see 420 with a buggy. And just to answer a comment that has just been posted, this stream does have a 5-minute delay. This is to prevent the stream from being used for the purposes of stream sniping. And there we see Hazard 420 being taken down by the play zone. And if I am right, that is Hazard losing their winning streak now, meaning that it is all down to Team 11 and Team 17, with GKLSE getting 2 knocks there with 1 member left, and there we have it.